Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're doing great. I haven't done a talk in my bedroom in a minute, and today has been a pretty chill night because I finished my homework and finals is coming up. So I thought I would film another Chai Uncut video for you guys, and I know the last couple of ones have, well, I guess the first one not so much, but I know the second one was a little more personal, and I still have mild anxiety that I actually posted that, but it was honestly really liberating. But anyway, I guess for this one I'm gonna talk a little bit about my dreams. I'm sure most of you already have gathered what my dreams are, and I'm not going to go into specifics because I do think some things are best left unsaid, so that I could keep track of them, and then whenever they happen you'll see them happen. But I do want to say I have dreamt of modeling for a really long time. I started watching the Victoria's Secret fashion show when I was 10, and then I remember in 7th grade, like, I would watch everything. I would watch The Face Australia, The Face UK, all of America's Next Top Model, a lot of modeling shows outside of the country. What was the one that Devin Windsor was into? And I watched like the ones with the kids, like just everything. Like, I'd watch anything that had to do with modeling. I would pretty much watch it. But 7th grade, I actually was it 7th grade? Yeah, I was trying to get involved in this modeling club, but at the time my parents just didn't feel like I was in the right maturity level to actually put myself into modeling. Something they were always worried about was just a lot of the body imaging surrounding modeling, and so I never really got into it at that point, but the spark was just lit in me, and so every single time I'd always find my way back to modeling somehow, some way, until I got signed in 2021. And that was sort of more random and unconventional, but got signed, and now it's 2025, and I've been in this stop-start with modeling the whole time. I've been taking it seriously more the last 2 years, but I'd say this year is the most serious I've taken it, especially with the working out. That's what the 2 days are for. I'm implementing my lifestyle to be able to handle the type of career trajectory that I want to go, because that's my dream, and I believe manifestation isn't just visualization. It is also preparation and discipline and consistency, meeting the correct timing or the right opportunity or the right moment. And so you can never be too prepared, I feel. But I don't think I ever took it super seriously until now, and I'm thankful for the opportunities I've been able to get or have unfolded for me, even though I feel like I wasn't the most ready that I could be, because now I feel like I'm building that momentum. Today, if you're wondering, is day 68. I'm week 8, day 5 of 2-a-days, and I've completed 136 workouts to date, which is insane. But I do it because I know the life that I want, and I have a dream, and I'm ready to see myself succeed in that, and I know that I can. And you know, I'm getting so close to my agency goal measurements, but over the next year I'm just going to be cycling through this and just getting down, you know, to the lowest, most sustainable measurements I can get to in certain areas and keep applying to agencies, shoot my portfolio. So when I graduate, I can move and really do this full time for the first time. A lot of this has been a lot of start traveling and just never being in the right location per se to do it full time or to really see how far it could take me. But I also don't know if it was ever the right time at those moments, because there were always things holding me back at one way or another. I feel like this is the most free I've ever been mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, the whole 9 yards, you know? And it's also, you know, I'm seeing, and I kind of mentioned this the other week on Instagram, but I'm seeing a lot of my friends just succeed and win, some in modeling, some in other capacities, but it just feels like momentum, and just everyone else's momentum is really inspiring to me and just makes me want to keep my momentum rising as well. And, you know, I'm a big believer that having such a dream that's held on to you for so long despite doing everything else. I mean, you know, I tried track. I was a dancer for so long. I dedicated so much of my life to dance. You know, basketball, swimming, soccer, gymnastics, you name it, I probably did it. The academic track, I mean, going pre-med and then going pre-law and then going psych and then ending up being a year away from a double major. You know, I've experienced a lot of different paths I could have taken, or a lot of interests I may have had, but whether those things came and went, modeling has always just been a constant. And despite rebuilding my relationship with religion or whatever the case may be, I do believe that dreams are put inside you for a reason. And this one feels so real. Sometimes I'll be on the treadmill, and I tell some of my friends this, maybe it'll sound like a little embarrassing, but I don't think it's embarrassing. It's just like I'm saying it out loud, so maybe, I don't know. It's not embarrassing, but I'll go on the treadmill and I'll walk, and I, you know, put on my headphones, I'm listening to music, and I just see myself walking runways like D Squared, walking Victoria's Secret, walking Miu Miu, walking Versace, Mugler, Isabel Marant. Like, I see all of those things for myself. Shira Pelly, that's another one. Robert Cavalli, you know, Ralph Lauren, Tom Ford. I see those things for myself, and I think maybe before I always knew that, but I searched for external validation to validate what I was feeling. But now it's like someone could tell me I was crazy and that I'll never see those runways, and I know. And so I'm comfortable in that, and I feel like I can touch it and I can see it. And there are moments where I feel like I'm working out and I'm stepping into the version of myself that does have those things, like almost walking into a movie or getting that really weird, surreal feeling. I've started having dreams about seeing myself in runways, or the lifestyle I would have to be walking those runways. Sometimes I am driving on the freeway and I see billboards and I don't even really see what the billboard actually says. I see my face on there, like I'm already there. And I have to believe that means something. And that doesn't mean obviously I'm going to school, so, backup plans are important, education's important, but I know it's there because I don't have dreams or sensations or feelings about anything else. And I truly believe that I've unlocked the road to that version of myself, and that I'm embodying that version of myself, because all these dreams and premonition feelings are starting to happen in ways that I just can't ignore. And it feels like the confirmation that I was searching for, but it's coming from me and just coming from the knowing. And I've had this vision board up on my wall since 2023, and I remember that on the back of it I wrote 2025 is going to be my year. And maybe I mentioned this in the other video, but 2025 has looked nothing like what I expected it to look like. It was a really painful year for me. Lost a lot of relationships and friendships that I really valued and cherished over the years. But I do believe that I sensed something 2 years ago that is true now. I've never been more myself. I've never been happier. I've never been thriving and aligned spiritually, mentally, emotionally, like the whole nine in my life until this year, particularly this go around with the last 68 days. It's really surreal. I mean, like I said, I went sober. I put all my energy and commitment into getting up every single morning at 6 a.m. and going to work out and having class and then having work and still making sure I work out after, not skipping a single day, which I haven't been able to ever do before. Coming into work every day and just being happy to be alive. I wake up feeling grateful for life. I always have a smile on my face. I make friends on the school bus when I used to never talk to people. And I make a new friend every single day. I share more than I've ever really shared or been personal about on YouTube. I feel like I found my style on YouTube and what I love to put out. I go to work, and every single day that I work, this is a comment I pretty much get with every customer, and it's always some variation of, I love your smile, or you look so happy. Sometimes customers asking me why I'm always smiling. And before, I maybe didn't have the answer when it all first started, but as I've been building my presence and my discipline and my consistency, the answer is that when you feel like you have walked through hell to even be alive today, you see the world differently. I feel like I've been through a lot, maybe not as bad as some people, maybe a lot worse than others, but I know what it was to me and what it felt like to me and how low I got. And it's not a place a lot of people have climbed out of that I've known. And so you become really grateful that you make it out on the other side and that you can, come to work. And even if people aren't the nicest to you, or they don't, treat you the way you'd want to be treated, or whatever the case, you can't help but just smile and have a good day no matter what, because you know what it feels like to be in this endless cycle of just bad days and emptiness and loneliness, and it's the most rewarding thing to see that be reflected back to me and get comments like having the brightest smile someone's seen in decades, or having people try to beat me to smiling when they come into the gym. Having someone ask me about my heritage, my culture, being acknowledged in the sauna, and people just wanting to talk to me and get to know my story and why I am who I am today. Women coming in and saying that they only come to the gym because they want to see my smile, just because it makes them happy and gives them a reason to show up that day. And I guess to be that for someone else is all I had ever wanted, and something I was searching for when I was at my lowest. I was looking for that, and I couldn't ever find it. And so it just feels really rewarding, and I have to feel and believe that everything that's happened to me thus far, whether you've started watching my videos from the deleted ones way back in like 2020, the one with me, Cal, and Nat, my very first video that's still up on my page, or if you came in somewhere along the way, I believe you've probably seen a lot of changes in my personality and my vibe, even in the things that I talk about. But I have to believe that I went through all of this, and all of these things are happening the way that they are happening at this point in time is for a reason, and it just feels like it validates what I'm trying to get at with everything going on. But I'm working on my dream and bringing it to fruition and putting the action and discipline behind it to make it happen. And while only I know the specifics of those dreams, I know that it's in modeling, and I know that I have purpose there, and I feel lit on fire every time I step on a runway or do a photo shoot. And I'm getting ready to submit my first round of digitals soon at my lowest waist measurement I've ever been at. But I know even if I don't get into the agencies I want this go around, I know next December, once I refine and continue to work on it before I move, that something will happen. I can just feel it, and I know this is different than anything else. And so yeah, I just wanted to share that. But I'm really happy, and it's not to say I don't have bad days, because I do, or that I don't wake up tired or like fuck, like I don't want to do this. But it's not hard the way it used to be before to make myself do it or to get out of bed. I'm just grateful I can, and I think that's the difference. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Ouch, this earring hurts. But I hope you guys have a good night, and thanks for listening. And I hope that whoever's new here, I know I got some new subscribers this past week, I hope you watch this video, because I think this video is going to be one that I look back on when everything on my vision board and what I've been manifesting and trying to bring to life for myself comes true. I think I'm gonna come back to this video. I have a feeling, and I think I'm just waiting for the rest of the world to catch up, you know? But yeah. Okay. Bye.